Hello, everybody. My name is Kesiena Ziwegbe, and welcome to my channel or my page. It depends on where you're listening from, and maybe my podcast, because I am thinking of adding this to my podcast. And yeah, so I usually come here and just talk about things that has to do with living and navigating life. And today is going to be like a continuation of the last conversation we had, which was about dealing with hurt and betrayal and just how to navigate that, how to navigate kind of hurt or betrayal from friends or whoever, wherever you find yourself. And today, my topic for today is it's not them, it's you. Nobody wants to hear this. I've been in that place where I've been like, look, this is, why is this coming out? This is, I gave my best. I gave my best, and I just wanted, people to return that stuff I put in, or that energy rather. And then somebody's out here saying it's not them, it's me. Like, that's crazy, but guys, hear me out. Sometimes you just have to look at things from another perspective. And the reason I said it's not them, it's you, it's mostly because, I talked about hurt and betrayal and how to navigate it and how to, move on and how to, make peace with it and be able to move on. I think one of the hardest things is making peace with that feeling of that pain and that betrayal and that negative emotion that has been brought into your space by someone you trusted or a situation you trusted. And what was I saying? Yeah. And why I say it's not them, it's you, is when, even with what I've said about moving on, you are still unable to move on. And then you entertain it for too long. Sometimes you have to come to this point where you have to tell yourself the truth that it's actually not them, it's me, And I've seen cases, I've found I haven't seen with my hair being on point. I'm sorry. So I've seen cases where people have allowed situation stay longer than it should. And every day you are praying, you are complaining, you are complaining, you are not happy about where you are, the situation you find yourself, your friends, your community, you're not happy about it. You're not getting happy feelings, you're not getting positive energy from it, and you're complaining about it, you are disturbed about it. Every day you're calling someone on the phone, talking about it, you're just complaining about it. And at some point, it's not them, it's you. Because if there's one thing I've learned, is that we all have free will. And that's something I dealt with for a long time. I don't want to say I'm a people pleaser. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Because if you ask people, they'll say I'm not a people pleaser because I'm really kind of disciplined and sort of like, let's do it like this, let's be straight, But deep down, even though I try to stick to how things should be, I'm using myself as an example. Like I say, I only know myself and maybe a few people around me. Even though I try to be disciplined, I still feel pain when people don't accept it for how I show up, or how I want things to be like, straight to the point and just in the right course, and no, whatever. And that has like bothered me for a long time. And the way I could find like, I could find a way out, I could make sense of it, was at some point I understood that, God gave us free will. And because of this free will that we have, I think this is a topic I should talk about, like our free will. this free will that we have, I can do what I want, as long as I'm not breaking any rules, as long as I'm not hurting anybody intentionally. I'm not hurting and not put intentional. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, as long as I'm not doing anything illegal, and as long as I am not doing anything that would cause pain for someone else, I have free will. And why I bring this up is that when you understand that you have a gift from God, and that gift is your free will from God, you would know that it's not them, it's you. You just have to get yourself out of that situation. And yeah, we know sometimes people complain about situation, about their family, about their friends, about their community, and wherever they find themselves. But the action of getting yourself out of it comes with a lot of guilt. And so I'm gonna I'm gonna give you grace for that, because that guilt and that attachment and that bond that you've built in that circle that you are in right now, it makes it so hard to say you want to take yourself out of that situation. So yeah, I understand, but the idea that this is where I'm going to be stuck out, this is where I'm going to be stuck in for who knows how long, is terrifying. So that's why I would always take action to get myself out of any situation that is not serving me, that's not making me show up the way God would want me to show up for my life, that's not making me show up as my best self, that's making me sad, making me hot, making me feel like, man, everything is effed, everything is fucked, And yeah, I have free will. You have free will to get yourself out of that situation. So it's not them, it's you. When you have refused to exercise your free will, you have refused to shed all that baggage that came from the pain of the past, the disappointment of the past, the hurt of the past, and you've dragged it along for years and years, and that's all you talk about, that's all you think about, that's all you strive towards, like proving a point to somebody and dragging it. At some point, it's not them, it's you. Okay? You have refused to exercise your free will. You have free will to say, I no longer want to carry this hurt from the past. I no longer want it to be a part of my story henceforth. It can be a part of my story in the past, but henceforth, I no longer want this to be my story. I want to change my story. You have free will. You have free will. So that's just one scenario. If you allow yourself to continue to carry pain from the past, disappointment from the past, trust issues from the past, I'm talking to myself right now also, and a lot of bullshit from the past, it's not them, it's you. Because you have free will, and you can use your free will to get yourself out of that head mentality that you have, that mindset that you have, that mentality that is in your head, rather, that you're carrying this stuff everywhere you go. Because it's not them, it's you. It's you. You're allowing this, first of all. And it's you that is going to lose out, because it's just you. You're the one carrying this burden. So do something about it. I know it's hard to do anything, but you could start by saying, I no longer want to carry this anymore, because I have free will to live the kind of life I want, to tell another story with my life, to open a new chapter in my life. That is one. Okay? 2, it's not them, it's you. if you decide to remain in a situation that no longer serves you. It's not them, it's you. Because you know that this situation is not making me show up as who I am supposed to be. This is not my best self. You know when you're not giving your best self. You see other people's best self and you know. So it's not them, it's you. If you decide to continue to just carry that, to just, not carry, be in that situation where you're just in a mess, in a chaotic place, where there's no peace, where there's no peace, where you can drink water and drop cup, like my people will say. You cannot drink water and drop cup. There's no peace. There's no peace in the home. There's no peace in the family unit. There's no peace in the community you find yourself, in the circle of friends you find yourself. It's always something happening. Something is always happening. Somebody has done something. Something bad is happening. You are either judging one case or the other. You are apologizing today. You are, committing tomorrow. It's just one thing or the other. Somebody's just doing one thing or the other. You're living in fear. You cannot just be your best self. Why are you there? Okay, I understand. Sometimes we find ourselves in these situations because we cannot get out. Either because financially we are tied to this person. I think most times I feel like financially and, trauma-wise, and just that there's this bond and this attachment that we've created with a person or a situation or a community or a circle that we feel like we cannot break. And they say it's almost like a real kind of attachment. And when you try to detach, it's like getting off drugs is freaking hard. And I understand that. But at what point do you tell yourself that it's time to get out of this situation? At what point? Is it when you've spent more than half of your life in that situation? When you've lost more than half of your life in that environment that does not serve you, that is making you show up as a lesser being than what God has created and ordained you to be? Is it when you're just a shadow of who you are, of who you have been in the past? Not talk about who you are supposed to be going forward. Is it when you become a shadow of what you imagined yourself to be like? When? At what point do you say, this is enough, I have to start thinking of how to get out of this situation? If at no point in your head you think and say, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be in this environment, I don't want to be in this relationship, I don't want to be in this family unit, I don't want to be in this community where every day is chaos, there's no peace. If you don't ever think of that thought, then it's not them, it's you. If you don't think of that thought that I can leave, I can get I want to, let me not even say I can, I want to get out of this whatever situation I'm in. If you're not thinking to yourself and you still go out complaining every day, crying about it, fighting about it, just jumping everywhere and talking about it, gossiping about it, complaining about it, whining about it, then it's not them, it's you. Because it's like, it looks like you're enjoying the complaining and the whining more than getting out of the situation. You have to know when it's no longer about like just complaining about the situation, but getting out of the situation. There's a difference between just complaining about it. Yeah, sometimes you complain about stuff. When you complain about stuff, that even triggers you to want to take action. when you complain about stuff for a long time, for years, and you're not thinking one day in your head like, how do I get out of this situation? Then it's not them, it's you. I'm sorry, it's not them, it's you. Because the least you can do is find yourself thinking, how do I get out of this situation? Like I always say, it's very important to ask questions and imagine yourself on the other side of life. If the life you are in right now is not serving you, if there's one thing I'll say today is that there's always life on the other side. There's always, you can always find yourself on the other side, on the better side. So if you know that, then the next thing you'll be asking is, how do I get myself out of this situation? Okay? So if you're not thinking that, and all you do is complain and complain and complain and complain about it, and you've not even thought for one day, look, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this situation where it's one thing or the other. There's no room for just being happy, for peace and just stable life. There's no stability. It's always like, living in fear and just, not sure what is going to happen next. If you don't ask yourself that one day, like, how do I get out of this? I'm thinking of how I can get out of this. Then it's not them, it's you. Okay? Yeah. Also, it's not them, it's you. If you have the resources, you have everything it takes to get these people out of your head, out of your life, out of everything, and you don't use it, it's not them, it's you. Because sometimes I would be in a situation in the past, I'm not gonna lie, it has happened to me too. That's why I can't talk about it like this. It's not them. Sometimes I've been in situation in the past where I'll be like, I'll just be stressing about something, like, why won't this person stop disturbing me about this? Every time this person just talks to me, I get stressed and They're always asking for something or the other. They're always dragging stuff. They're always stressing me out. And I'll be like, why are you giving them so much energy? That's what I want to say. It's not them, it's you. If you give people more energy than they should get, like, these people cannot come and beat you. They cannot flog you. They cannot... Let me not even use that. That is because I'm African, I'm just saying. They cannot beat you. They cannot flog you. They cannot come to your house and come and shout at you. They cannot see you on the road and, embarrass you. They cannot stop you from getting money from where you work. They cannot stop your bag. They cannot stop anything about your life. So why are you giving them your energy? Why are you letting them stress you out? If you allow them stress you out, when they don't even have that power to do anything to, like, stop anything, they can't even do anything. Then it's not them. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's not them. Because I've been there before, and when you get past that place, you're like, what was I even thinking? Like, these people can't even do shit. It's just there. You can decide to leave their message on read. You can decide to block them. But of course, you won't do that. You won't do that because you're trying to, I don't know. You're trying to be a good person. Yeah. I'm talking about myself. I try to be a good person in their eyes. Because what? Because you're a people pleaser. So you allow them stress you. And then you're like, these people are stressing me. They're always stressing me. And then you're like, Hello, Afa. Okay, no problem. And then you're rolling your eyes and doing all that while they're on the phone, but you're talking nicely to them and you are attending to whatever they have to say and, booking, outings and with them and planning to spend more time with people that stress you out. And it's not as if they are the one paying your salary. It's not as if they are the one, that I don't know. I really don't know. They're not the one feeding you. They're not the one giving you good advice. Nothing. But you just put yourself in that situation because you're a people pleaser. And this one is hard. You're a hypocrite. Maybe me. At some point. Because I would have people that stress me out and I want, like, every time they talk to me, they always say something that will just stress you. Yeah, they are throwing shade at you. They're trying to make you feel like you're not just there. Even if you're like, I'm trying my best to be there. And they're like, no, you're not there. They keep throwing shade at you. Just trying to make you feel down all the time. And I know that. I complain about that. I get angry when they do. I don't tell them I'm angry. I get angry. I get pissed off. And then I still entertain them. Book outings with them. Plan, outings with them. Plan to meet up with them. Invite them to my house. Go to their house. And still get this shit over and over and over and over again. And I'm not thinking how I can get myself out of this situation. Because first of all, they don't serve you in any way. So why are you there? Because you're a people pleaser and probably a hypocrite. So let's call it as it is. At some point, it's not them, it's you. It's not them, it's me. So at some point, I just have to understand that it's not them, it's me. Because these people, they don't have as much power as I give them. If you give people more energy or more power on your life, more than they should get, it's not them, it's you. It's not them, it's me. If I give them more power than they own, it's not them, it's me. If I give them the ability to, talk at me and feel like they can tell me what to do when God has given me free will, it's not them, it's me. So sometimes some people should just be like they just be like breeze that pass your ears. They just pass your ears like breeze. Because who are they? In terms of like, why are you trying to validate, sorry, I'm getting distracted looking at my phone. It's popping off. Why are you getting distracted because of one person that doesn't serve you in any way? Why are you worked up? Why are you worked up about their opinion? Why? They don't serve you in any way. Why does their opinion, make you want to go crazy? Then it's not them. Baby girl, baby boy. It's not them. It's you. It's not them. It's me. If I let their opinion make me be like, how can they say this about me? And it's not them. It's me. Okay, so it's not easy actually. I still deal with it sometimes. But I think when you're aware that, you're the one that allows things to go out of proportion, then that's when you can begin to, curb some stuff. So I think the first point is awareness, and that's what I'm saying this. It's not them. It's me. It's not them. It's you. You're giving them power over your life. You are taking your information. It's not them. Another one. It's not them. It's you. If you're taking your information to people that you know that don't fuck with you, and it's not them, it's you. They've shown you time and time and time and time again they don't fuck with you. They don't want the best for you. When you take your happiness to them, they scatter it and somehow turn that happiness to bad news, or they just ruin it for you. And you're like, I was happy about this for a minute. What happened? And then you are wondering how your life is getting upside down. It's not them, my sister, my brother. It's not them. It's you. You are carrying your precious jewels to the wrong people, to the wrong person. And you already know that these people, they know how to scatter your good things. So it's not them, it's you. You refuse to learn. So it's not them, it's you, my sister. So yeah, you have to be aware at some point how you are self-sabotaging yourself by being in that situation, enabling that situation, allowing that situation to thrive, and refusing to get yourself out of that situation, and giving that situation energy when there's supposed to be nothing, because you don't have. And sometimes you just sit down and write the importance of some people in your life. I'm not trying to say anybody does not serve any purpose, but sometimes if the purpose you serve, or if the destruction or the problem you bring is greater, far greater than the purpose you serve, then no, it's not them, it's you. If you allow them to be in your circle, if it doesn't make you show up as you're supposed to, or if it's making you show up lesser than you should, you don't have to get rid of people, or just shut people out. Sometimes you just put people in the box that they fit in. If you know that every time you take your good news to someone, they're going to fuck it up for you, then don't get them involved with your growth. So anything that has to do with your growth, don't take it to them. They can be friends from far. You understand? So it's not them, it's me. If I allow people to hold more power than the effing should, it's not them, it's me. So yeah. Think about it, okay? Think about it and understand it. This is not to bash anybody. It's not to say, I know people don't want to hear. At some point, I didn't want to hear it like that it's my fault that some things were going wrong. But sometimes, if something is not working out, if you've done so many things and it's not working out, you have to try something different. You have to just try something different. What if it's not them? What if it's you? Because you can't even change these people. Nobody changes except they want to. Nobody changes except they want to, except they are convinced. So how would you know if you can convince them? How would you know if you'll be able to convince them in another 10 years? So it's your decision anyway. Like if you say, okay, I'm okay with living this life where someone is stressing me out, making me feel bad, doesn't root for me, making me show up lesser than I should. If you making me complain all the time, like every time somebody talks to you, you're always complaining. You think people like that? Nobody likes that. Nobody likes talking to you and then you're always complaining about your situation. People are going to be looking at you like, what are you, like, why are you still there? They might not even tell you, and that's so sad, because just be like, you know what, maybe you have a reason for being there, So, and besides, they might be dealing with their own stuff. So if you are all these persons, you're complaining about something, you're complaining about the situation, it doesn't serve you, makes you, every day you come out, you're looking fucked up, you're looking stressed, because there's no peace in the house, there's no peace in that friendship. It's always one thing that you must have done something, they're always accusing you have committed one thing, you've offended me. What are you doing there? And especially when you're giving your best, like, what are you doing there? It's not for you. At what point would you accept that it's not for you? So yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to say today. Yeah, it's not them, it's you. And when you know that it's not them, it's better it is you than it is them. That's what I'm gonna say. It's better it is you than it is them. Because if it is you, the solution is faster, and it's easier because you can work on yourself. So yeah, it's not them, it's you. If you're allowing all these things to happen to you, you have free will. You can control how your life goes. You can change. That's the good thing about life. You have the ability to change your life because you have free will. and you can write a new chapter. That's the beautiful thing. Like, we have an opportunity to change our story to a better one. So how long are you going to wait before you start doing that? So it's better you realize that it's not them, it's you. You can't change people. You can only try. But if you don't want to change, you would know. You would just know. You would know. You would know. You would know. So I'm gonna go. I guess I've said something today. I've also learned while talking. I've learned more. I've reinforced what I've like. What's the word? You know what I mean? I've just, had like that thing has come back again. That fire of like, this is what is right. Knowing that it's not them, it's you. Don't give people the power that they're not supposed to have over your life. Like, only God should have that power. Don't give people that power. And know that you can get out of any situation as long as you begin to think, how do I get out? That's one thing I know. When you begin to think, how do I do better? How do I get out of this situation? God would create a way for you, and He will show you. It will show you. As long as that's what you are thinking, as long as that's your thoughts, it's going to manifest. A way is going to manifest. I'm not even getting to that today. Anyway, so thank you for listening to me. I'm happy to have this conversation with you, and I'm also willing to listen to what you have to say about it. If there's anything I missed or anything I don't understand that you want to explain better for me to, grasp, I'm willing and ready to listen. I'm willing and ready to just reply you. Yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video or podcast. Bye. Let me go to my phone. Bye.